guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Misha. In today's video, you'll see how I decorate my front yard for Halloween 2024. I'm super excited about this one. Let's get right into it. First, we start off on the porch. Right now, I'm just putting some throw pillows on my little metal bench here. The big orange ones in the back, those are actually homemade from my aunt. She sews very, very well. Shout out to my auntie. And these small ones in the front, those are from Target. I've been buying those from the Target dollar spot. This garland I've gotten from Michael's last year. I usually get these when they go on sale. They could be a bit pricey. I also got this sign from Michael's, and I just sit this on the table with my scarecrow. And then this garland, that's from Michael's as well, and that's foam, so I usually sit that down low. In my area, we can get a few high winds, so that gets blown away easily. And then here I'm just setting up my skeleton. This I got from Target a few years ago. Yeah, I just pretty much pose him up against the wall, and I like how foldable he is. And then I got that sign from Amazon. Basically, I just dress him up as a pirate, and they can say like a funny saying each year. And he's really good to store too. Like, he folds up really well, and he can just be put away in a bin or on a rack in your storage garage or closet. You've probably seen that pumpkin from my fall video. I'm just gonna turn it around to show the little spooky faces. And then we're just getting rid of the summer pillows. They bleached pretty well in the sun. Yeah, so here I'm just cleaning up the area, and then we're gonna add some lights to my bushes. Guys, these bushes in the back, yeah, they're struggling. They were here when we bought the house. Sometimes they come back to life, other times they just struggle, especially the one there on the left. So yeah, so as you can see here, I'm just unwinding the lights. The lights I bought separately from Amazon, but this little, I don't know, I guess plastic gadget to organize the lights, that I got from Amazon as well. But you can also do it with a hanger as well. Yeah, so I'm just unwinding all the lights and just draping them over the bush. I really don't have like a specific technique. I just loosely drape them over the bush, making sure it's shown more so on the front than the back of the bush. I mean, I know when people come to the door, they'll see the back of my bushes, but I really want to focus on the view that you see from the actual street. And that's just me making sure the camera's still going. But yeah, and these lights come with different settings. You can have them turn purple or orange. You can put them on like a speedy blinker. You can have them as just still lights. I personally prefer them to blink between purple and orange. I just think they're so pretty when they light up at night. So as you can see here, oh, they come pretty long too. I think they're about, I want to say about 30 feet. So yeah, so I'm just wrapping them around all my bushes out front. As you can see, this is another struggle bush. Eventually down the line, we'll get these bushes lifted up and maybe plant some other stuff in there. So yeah, and that finishes the first one. So it took me 3 ropes of light to complete all of my front yard. So here I am just starting on the second one. Last year when I put these away, I think I wrapped the lights on backwards. So as you can see, I have to unwrap all the lights all over again just to get everything off the little spool. And tip number 1 is always make sure your lights are actually working before you lay them on the bush. I've done that one year and then went to plug it in and they did not work. So you just see me going back to make sure they're actually lit. Yeah, and then we are getting towards the front of the yard. These are actually my bigger bushes. Guys, I am terrified of these bushes. They're pretty thick and they're pretty dense. My house does back up to I guess my house backs up to the desert, so we get all types of little creatures. So whenever I'm out front in the yard, I try not to get too close to the bush or like dig my hands in the bush. I just don't want nothing to sting me or bite me or jump out. So yeah, as you can see, I'm keeping a good distance away from the bush as I'm putting these lights on. I'm basically throwing the lights on because I'm terrified of bugs. So you just never know what's gonna pop out. So I'm just keeping a good distance. So yeah, we're just gonna continue wrapping these lights around. As you can see in this video, when I filmed, the kiddos were actually asleep. So you won't really see them in this video, which is good. Usually, like I said, with these bushes, one year I went to decorate the bushes and a wasp nest actually came out, and I had to like make a dash for it. So I'm kind of glad the kids aren't out with me this time, in case of, you know, if there are any wasp nests or anything, I have time to run and I don't have to worry about them getting caught up in it as well. So yeah, so I'm just continuing to drape these lights. Again, you see how far I'm away from the bush. Like, I am really scared. And then next is this pumpkin set. I call it like a spooky pumpkin family. They nest inside of each other. They're all different sizes. And I just love how like easy they are to store. Like, as you can see, I'm like prying them open to get the smaller ones out. And they all connect on one single, I guess, power line. So I don't have to plug them in individually. You just snap their like joining cords together and you just plug in one plug and they all light at the same exact time. And I got this purchase from Lowe's last year. So yeah, so as you can see, I'm just setting those up in the front. I don't really have no technique for placing these. My only concern is, again, because my house is a little bit higher up in elevation, we get some pretty good wind gusts going on. So as you see, I'm trying to place these like somewhat inside the perimeter of the bush, just so the winds don't hit them as rough. Yeah, and then we're gonna jump over to this, I guess, spooky cloth or spooky drape. Or creepy cloth is what you call it. This is the only decor that I tend to buy over again every single year. One year I did do like spider cobwebs. Oh my gosh, they were a pain to get out the bush. Again, I live in southern Nevada, so all the plant life around here is kind of pretty much prickly, and it grips fabric pretty well. And I got this fabric from Target, but honestly you can get it from anywhere. Then as you can see, I'm just going through and cutting it into smaller pieces, just making the fabric, just basically just pretty much stretching out the material. You really don't need a full entire cloth on each bush. Plus I feel like cutting it gives it more of a creepier look than to have it just lay in one, you know, rectangular cloth. And it takes me about 4 packs of creepy cloth to cover my bushes out front. So I have 3 struggle bushes in the back, and then I have like 4 huge bushes in the front. And then here, these planters, again, I live in southern Nevada. I wish I could grow real flowers, but they're just gonna die because it's just so hot out here. So I basically just put fake flowers in these planters. But I really don't change them out. I just leave them pink and blue to kind of match my front door. So to give them a more spookier look, I'm just laying like the creepy cloth on top. And then for other holidays, I'll stick like festive picks or decorations inside the dirt with the flowers. But again, I really don't change out the colors. Maybe eventually I will, but for right now, we're just gonna leave them pink and blue. So next we have this, I guess, skeleton parts. My kids like to call them Mr. Bones. Basically, I just set him up in the bush. Originally, when you buy this in the stores, I did get this from Target. You're supposed to put them like in the dirt as if he's coming out the dirt. But again, I live in a desert and our dirt is so hard. I figured it'll be funny to make him look like he's like falling into the bush. So I think that just meshes so well. And then I bought these like little, I guess, laminated bats. I got these from Amazon. I put these up every single year. And it comes with its own adhesive. And again, our temperatures, like right now, I'm like sweating, y'all. Like it is 95 outside and I'm putting up Halloween stuff. But the adhesive on these bats pretty much stays up. They do a pretty good job. I mean, by the time we hit October, right now, this is the end of September, but by the time we hit October, our temperatures do start to cool into the 80s. And I think that's what helped the bats actually stay on the wall until it's time to take them down. Again, I buy these almost every year. I've reused some that I have every year, so I love these. These are pretty good. And then, yeah, so I'm just finishing putting the bats on the house. So I bought this Bones, I guess, door decor, but he just looks so awkward in that spot. So I ended up actually taking him down. Right now I just have him stuck up there with adhesive. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like he was kind of taking away the look of, like, taking away from the look of the wreath. So I decided to like put him here like he's laying down doing like a little funny pose. And I'm just gonna attach him to these bars with adhesive. So yes, I'm just adjusting his legs. But yeah, so far I've gone back out and it's been like a day or two and he is still in that pose. So I think he's gonna stay up. And he's pretty lightweight. Alright, y'all, like I said, we live on the edge of the desert, so we get a lot of critters, and yeah, that's basically what happens with the broom. Some little critters got inside the garage, and my husband went to go whack them out, basically, and yeah, the critters won and the broom lost. So, there's that. But I will get a new broom. He did not tell me that he broke the broom, so I gotta work with what I got. So yeah, guys, this is the overall look. Yeah, so I just have the little light up pumpkins in the front. along with the creepy cloth on the bushes. I love the creepy cloth. And then we have just a pirate skeleton sitting there with a little saying. Again, we have the skeleton in the bush. It looks like he's like fallen in. And then my favorite part, the porch is just so cute. I love all the colors that came together in this. The garland, the wreath. Like every year I just find something else just to make it so colorful and bright. And I think that the skeleton laying down on the bars just works so well. And then this is how the front look. Like I said, I leave pink up all year long. I love pink, so with every holiday or decor, I always try to incorporate some type of pink, just because I am in a house full of boys. And then that's how my creepy cloth planters turned out. Love. And then just giving you one more view of the front door with the garland. A last look of the skeleton on the rail. And then that's how it looks from the back. So it's kind of plain from the back, but again, I wanted to focus on the view from the actual street. And then I'm just gonna give you guys one last look before we turn the lights off. Alright guys, and here's how it looks at night. I love how the light shines through the creepy cloth. So cute. If you guys made it to the end, thanks again for watching the whole video, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.